Next, are you good looking? Seamus has the details on how Canadians rate their looks.
Well, this is a new survey that asks Canadians to rate how attractive they think they are, and it reveals some interesting things about how men and women think of themselves and each other. And with some insight into this and the numbers, we are joined by image consultant Heidi Turner. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So, let's talk about this study. Canadians rating their looks. The average, 6.7 out of 10. 8% rate themselves at 10. 2/3 of them men. Men going for a profession. The average Canadian rates the looks of a spouse higher than their own. The average man rates his partner at 8.2. The average woman rates her partner at 7.7. See, men are just scared to death that their partner will find out about it. Right?
Yes, exactly.
Dick's 10.
That's why it's much higher.
Why is it 9.9? What's wrong here? So are you surprised by these findings?
I'm a little bit, I'm not surprised about the 6.7 overall. I think that it's very difficult for women to live up to our unrealistic standards of beauty. We have a lot of images in the media of skinny women with flawless skin. That's difficult for women to live up to, I think.
See, as much, men have no problem with that.
No, well, men get off easy. You know, men get older and you're more distinguished and you're handsome. I think that the standards aren't as high for men, whereas women get older and the expectation is that we get a little bit of Botox so we hide the wrinkles, but on men, wrinkles are distinguished.
Yeah, it's distinguished.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit easier for men to age than
So is that, but does that, I mean, that doesn't entirely explain the I mean, men are just rating themselves 10 out of 10.
I think men are a little bit more competitive than women. They don't want to admit that they maybe don't think that they're an 8 or a 6. You know, they want
it's like
to.
That Special K ad. Do you remember that one where they had all these guys looking in the mirror saying, going, oh, I don't know, I'm a little bit, I mean, men will say, oh, no, I'm not.
No, they would never say that they were a 6. They are, you know, confident, competitive men. So they're definitely a 10.
Well, why do we rate ourselves, no serious, as higher than ourselves? Why do we rate our spouses higher than ourselves?
I think that spouses are sort of a reflection of who you are. So you want others to believe that you're very attractive and desirable, therefore you believe that your mate is very attractive and desirable because that's the reflection that you're giving others of yourself.
But women are harder on their spouses than men are on their spouses.
I think that they still rate them higher, though. Is that not? And I think they maybe
women are harder on their spouses. Yeah, they're harder on them.
Well, I think they always see room for improvement, perhaps.
Nice.
They don't want their men to be overconfident.
This is something that I like. Another point that most Canadians feel that their parents will not get worse in 10 years.
And I thought that one was a little bit...
That threw you?
Strange, yeah, it did throw me, because if they're thinking they're 6.7 now, to think that they'll get better or it won't change, it's a little interesting. I think another question that would have been good to ask the participants is, how are you going to maintain those looks? What means are you going to use? Maybe those people answered that question thinking that they were going to take part in procedures like the lipodissolve and the microdermabrasion so that they would stay looking that good.
See, New Year's resolution time too. Everyone's like, well, I'm just going to work out 3 hours a day, every day for the next 10 years.
Stop. I'm not eat nothing and look fabulous.
Absolutely.
Heidi,
thank you for this analysis.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. It's great.
We got a poll question for you. Do you think you're good looking? Yes or no? And write why. At kennedym.ctv.ca.